Many crafters struggle with clutter and disorganization, making it difficult to find supplies. Join me as I try to transform my chaotic craft room into the ultimate organized space using some clever storage hacks. Welcome to the Chic Show. Does your craft room ever look like this and seems like it's a never-ending mess? Please tell me I'm not alone. Believe it or not, generally speaking, it's fairly organized. And by that, I mean the actual containers hold what they're supposed to be holding, but I have many other craft supplies and thrifted items that need to be placed. First, I went around and I picked up all the trash, threw away anything that was trash. And then I went through and I took any of my crafting tools and I tried to put all of those away. And that seemed to give me the motivation to continue on. So next, I started with a little bit of a bigger task, which was tackling my desk area. So I'm just cleaning this off, putting things where they belong, and organizing just as I go. For the next part, for the most part, these shelves are as I want them. They just need to be tidied up a bit. And I do want to move all of my paints over to this area. So I'm going to be working on these bins here that are empty, and then this area where I'm going to add my paint, and I'm going to combine those bottom shelves for more paint. Most of the shelving that I'm using here for my paints are actually spice shelves that I have thrifted or found at the Dollar Tree. Now for these side areas, I didn't have anything that fit. I now do, but at the time I just used what I had, which was a couple of these wood bins from Dollar Tree and a couple of wood pieces to put on top towards the back so that I could kind of tier my paint down. One thing that I have learned is it's best to start with something small because that will motivate you to try something a little bit bigger. So that's why I started with the trash and picking up my tools and then working on my desk and then moving on to bigger areas. Next, I decided to take away this decorative shelf up here to add all of my finishes like my Mod Podge, my waxes, anything like that. And here's a look at the paint shelves now. My stickers were kind of out of control, so I went through those and I got rid of any duplicates that I didn't think I really needed, and I separated those and then also made a pile of things that I didn't think I would use at all that I could donate. While I'm down here on the floor, I'm going to go ahead and go through these bins that I had on the lower portion of my shelves. These are my IOD transfers. I ordered these zip bags from Amazon, and the large transfers fit in there nicely. Now I've also added a little Ziploc to the front for smaller pieces because I've had so many smaller pieces get damaged by just rolling around loosely in the bag. So I just Velcroed, I used peel and stick Velcro and added that to the front of my mesh bag and then added on the Ziploc from those smaller pieces. Next, I have these 12 by 12 envelopes that I got off Amazon, which I have some decoupage paper here. Again, I have the little Ziploc for smaller pieces, and these 12 by 12s also fit the IOD stamps perfectly. I'll link both of these types of envelopes in the description box below. The smaller envelopes are actually from Dollar Tree, so I have my smaller transfers and other decoupage paper in these as well. And here I have all of my Dollar Tree wallpapers, peel and stick wallpaper, and these also fit perfectly into these larger mesh bags. This bin also holds some of my 12 by 12 scrapbook paper pads. In another mesh envelope, I've added all of my Chalk Couture stencils. And yet in another, I have some larger scraps, which are some prints that I had, some poster board and that kind of thing that didn't fit in smaller envelopes. The blue envelope has smaller pieces, and again, this envelope is from Dollar Tree. And then I have some of the smaller peel and stick wall tiles that I've put in another envelope from Dollar Tree. All of these were pretty well already organized. They just needed to be straightened up just a bit. In another bin, I have some more of the 12 by 12 envelopes that I have some of Dollar Tree's peel and stick wall tiles, and these fit perfectly in here as well. And here's a closer look at where I have these bins stored. I still have some labeling to do, but I'm just giving you kind of a peek into these little locker bins from Dollar Tree. If you get some of the clear rectangle trays from the catering section, you can make these bins stackable. The shelves up above hold these dog treat canisters that I have saved over the years and have spray painted the lids. In the back, these are taller containers from Dollar Tree as well, and I like that you can see them and see what's in them even though they're in the back. These are Dollar Tree candy containers as well, and I have a couple of layers of containers back there. And this is down the opposite side of my shelves where I have more things like candles, things that I do candle making or soap making with as well. More Dollar Tree envelopes with stickers. And these at the bottom contain all of my wood ornaments from Dollar Tree, and they are organized seasonally. I left the bottom shelf for these bins that I did get from Dollar Tree, and they hold things like my molds for clay and resin. Then I have my clay tools. And then this bin holds some of my ink pads. This bin holds wood rings as well as embroidery hoops. The last bin just holds some current projects that I'm working on. I have this clear large silicone mat that I use on top of my crafting space, and I also have this cutting mat, and I'm going to be switching areas of the craft table where I actually film. So for this, I wanted a different background for my table. So I'm going to peel off the backing of these Dollar Tree peel and stick wallpapers, and I'm going to put them on one side of my cutting mat. I don't actually use this cutting mat a lot, and I do have the other side that I can use if I do need it. And these are removable as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on here, and I think it makes a nice backdrop. And once my silicone mat is clean, I can put it back on top of this area. Now also for my tabletop, oftentimes I have round items or circular items that tend to roll when I'm working on them. So I took this little piece of a carpet square and this pool noodle, and I just sliced the pool noodle and slid the carpet in there. That way I can put something on it, work on it, and it won't roll off my table. And here's a little peek at my helper today. I have an entire chest full of ribbon. I have way too much ribbon and I need to start using it, but I can't quite figure out what to do with it, and I can't bear to get rid of it either. So I'm going to try and consolidate 2 drawers to 1 by using these little risers from Dollar Tree. I'm cutting down the legs so that I can make 2 layers in my drawer for my ribbon. Once I've broken off these legs, I do take the little rubber ends off and I place them back on to the shorter legs. So here's a look at the drawer that I'm working on. So I'm just placing these little risers in between the layers of ribbon that I already have in there, and then I have some smaller ones that will fit on top that I've placed in containers, and I'm just going to work them in there like a puzzle. I have shown this area in past videos, but I use S hooks, and these are laundry hooks from Dollar General that I got for half price, so I paid like 50 cents for 6 of them. And I use those to hang some of my Dollar Tree signs from. And as you can see, the wood dowel is actually fitting into some of those utility hooks that you get in the Dollar Tree. I've cut them in half and flipped them around so that that dowel will fit in there, and then I can hang my wood signs from them. Now let's take a look at my craft room now. It will definitely be much more functional now that it is picked up and organized. The craft room is always a work in progress, but I think Kitty approves. I would love to know what you think as well. I hope this video has given you some inspiration to tidy up your space, even if you have to do it just one little section at a time. Anything is an improvement. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.